comes autumn with her serenade, melodies, the sweetest music ever played. Autumn kisses we knew are beautiful souvenirs, and I pause to recall the leaves seem to fall like tears. Silver stars were painted on an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, I'll still feel the glow. The time cannot fade when I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Silver stars were painted on an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, I'll still feel the glow. That time cannot fade when I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Serenade, serenade, but I miss you most of all, my darling, when those autumn leaves start to fall. The falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips and the summer kisses and that sunburned hand that I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I hear about winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. Wherever those autumn leaves, wherever those autumn leaves, to fall. Show ba do ba 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 da do yo bo ba do ba bo. Play a bit of play, I don't play, ba do ba 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 oh eh oh ba eh. Show da da ba do ba oh ba da bo ba da oh da da da. Do da ba do ah ba da do 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 do. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear an old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when those autumn leaves start to fall. When those autumn leaves, when those autumn leaves, when those autumn leaves start to Thank you. That's Jeff Massanari on the guitar, Karl Kimmel on the bass. Thank you, everybody.
And Stephanie Nakasian
Thank you.
playing the wonderful keys and, of course, that great voice. All three of them down here on this first night of the 2024 Jazz Marathon as WTJU does its part to keep on the air, and each department gets 1 week to show off, and this week it's jazz and blues. And we're thrilled this week because all week long from 8 till 9 we have music acts that have an affiliation with the University of Virginia. Tonight, of course, Stephanie, you've been teaching for 30 years at the university. Is that? Yeah.
Just like it was yesterday.
Tomorrow night.
Because it was Veronica. The first year I was here was Veronica was born, so that's what I
Wow.
remember. She's
Gosh.
30. And,
Well, you mentioned Veronica, of course, Veronica Swift. I'm sure we all know the wonderful sounds of Veronica Swift. And one of my favorite artists of all times was the great Hod O'Brien. And I had the chance to spend 2 hours doing Monk with Hod in the studio with me, just telling stories and playing that music. And so I think of Stephanie, I think, of course, of Hod and of Veronica, and just the history there.
Happen.
Absolutely. And there's just so much music history there. And now I'm never wanting to bring up a number, but Stephanie, I know that you've been out celebrating 70 years.
Hey, I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
healthier than I was at 40, so I'm happy to be 70. Thank you.
WTJU is
Singer power.
turning, yeah. WTJU is turning 70 in 3 short years, so we're catching up on you.
That's all right.
And hopefully we'll never catch up on you, but but we're here raising funds because we want to keep doing what we've done since 1957. And that's bring in wonderful volunteers to host programs. Everyone you hear on the air is doing this as a volunteer, and then bringing in live music. We do that every Friday night with Offbeat Roadhouse. Once a month, our friends in the rock department do it, but this week it's all jazz all the time for our live concerts. Tomorrow night we have got the sounds of Dara Garadia and Quiet Fire. Dara went to UVA. Wednesday, we have the Mike Rosinski Trio featuring Jeff Decker. Thursday, the Robert Jospe Trio. And then Friday night, we've got John Dirth and friends coming in. Who those friends are, we're going to find out ourselves on Friday night. That's always a treat. But great music, whether it's the live that we're doing from 8 till 9 or all the great programs. I mentioned Monk. I'll be doing a program, as always, for 20-plus years. I've always done a Monk show Thursday from 8 till 10 in the morning, proving that Monk can be played in the morning. So I hope you'll tune in for that. But really, right now, we want you to call in because we've got this great challenge from our friends at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia. If we can raise $600 by the end of this hour, and we've got a nice start going, we're going to get an additional $200, and they'll be doing this for all of the live concerts this week. So thanks to Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia for throwing out these great challenges and supporting not only WTJU, but live music here in Central Virginia, something we take great pride in. But now let me get out of the way because, Stephanie, you've got a great playlist for us.
I've never been in this space. It's wonderful.
We love it. We've been here since...
I was on the radio 25 years, but then you moved into here. And this is wonderful. But TJU has always been like the heart of Charlottesville. It's always been that edge, and all the DJs get to play what they want. You know, there's no dictating what you play.
Years.
And it was always personality. You know, it's kind of a thing that's not so, you don't find so much anymore. But anyway, and I loved it. And people, it's such a wonderful station. It's very rare to find, and the commitment that the DJs make is amazing. So thank you, Peter, and thank you, everybody, TJU. And we're going to, this week we are paying tribute to one of my heroes here in Charlottesville, John Dirth, who ran the jazz program, still runs it for one more semester, and he's done so much in the community for everyone, including my daughter. And he wrote a lyric to this Freddie Hubbard tune, and when he told me about it, I started singing it. Now everybody wants it, and it's called Up Jump Spring, and this is John Dirth's lyric, so I hope you enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In the spring when I miss you and just want to kiss you, I look all around me and find that birds sing and joy spring and love is pleasure and sorrow combined. In the fall when I had you, I sure wasn't glad when you left and the winter grew nigh. My head rang, my heart sang with thoughts of keeping you right by my side. I was lost, I was lonely, I thought of you only in terms that were selfish and blind. Now that spring has surrounded me, I'm just astounded, be cool. I have cautioned my brain, for I see you and me back together in springtime and love. I was lost, I was lonely, I thought of you only in terms that were selfish and blind. Now that spring has surrounded me, I'm just astounded, be cool. I have cautioned my brain, for I see you and me back together in springtime and love. John Dirth lyric to Freddie Hubbard's Up Jump Spring. Thanks, guys.
Love your
Why don't you
own.
play?
There you go. John Dirth there in the back helped contribute to that
John.
wonderful song. Well, hey, we are here raising funds with Stephanie Nakasian, Karl Kimmel, and Jeff Massanari, and we're doing our part by asking you to call in those pledges of support at 434-924-3959. Going online to WTJU.net. Don't forget, we've got that great opportunity from our friends at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia. Bring in our $600 by the end of this hour. We get another $200, and that's
You can do it out there.
That's 2 extra hours of programming here at the station. It costs us about $100 an hour to stay on the air, so we would love for you to help maybe donate an hour or half an hour, whatever you can do, and help us get that extra 2 hours of on-air time. Thanks to our friends at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia, and of course to you for doing your part, as Stephanie, Karl, and Jeff are doing their part for us right now. Stephanie, we talked about 30 years of teaching at the university, but you've been performing for how long? What got you?
Well,
that
no,
bug?
I mean, actually, I was, like an MBA in finance from Northwestern and did my other thing.
Yeah.
And then I was in New York and, doing my other thing. And I met Hod O'Brien and, my Wall Street guys were all burning out, selling, stocks and, this guy. And Hod was just this life force. And I said, he's got something. This guy's got something. And he taught me jazz. And the next thing I know, I'm singing with John Hendricks and I'm on the road. And I said, I'll just try it for a little while and then I can go back and make money. And I never went back. And Hod was just the most beautiful force in my life. And of course, having our daughter Veronica was just a beautiful experience to have us together and in Charlottesville. And she had the support of this amazing community, from Blair Jones in elementary school to the Fagans and then Greg Thomas and then John Dirth. I mean, she had so much music support around her that when she tours with Chris Bodie now, he heard that she could play the trumpet. So she's on the stage with Chris Bodie and he puts the trumpet in her mouth. She didn't even know he was going to do it.
Wow.
And now he does that in every show because he realized she can play the trumpet. But it's kind of fun. Thanks, John Durth.
Well, that's what comes out of Charlottesville is this great spirit, and WTJU is part of that spirit as well, as we have been since 1957. Show us some love by calling in those pledges at 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. When we come back, Stephanie, I want to talk about this great book you've got here, Breathing Room, and what that book it has for us and what you have taught through it and what you've learned through it. So,
Okay.
But how about we hear another one from you?
So this last week, we lost a wonderful person in our community, Laura Marshall, the wife of Reggie Marshall. Reggie has been just supporting jazz and producing concerts and doing so much for the jazz community all over the world. And his wife, Laura, was an amazing person, full of kindness. And she recently passed, and I would like to sing this and dedicate it to Laura Marshall. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. For I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I had my share. I drank my fill. And even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill and do it all again. So here's to life and every joy it brings. So here's to life, the dreamers and their dreams. Funny how the time just flies, how love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. For there's no yes in yesterday. Who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away? As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for laughs, for life, for love. So here's to life and every joy it brings. So here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. May all your storms be weathered and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to Laura, to you. you.
Live here on WTJU, the sounds of Stephanie Nakasian, performing for us on this first night of the 2024 Jazz Marathon. The show is brought to you in part by Daedalus Books, located in the heart of downtown Charlottesville at 4th Street Northeast and Market Street. With an inventory of 120,000 titles and open every day, Daedalus has been at the same location for 49 years. For more information, 434-293-7595. And WTJU, while we've not been at the same location for 49 years, we've been around for 67 years. And right now, we are at Ivy Road in the old Sneak Reviews space next to Vivace. We've been here for about 5 years now, and before that, Lambeth, and before that, we were in Peabody, where I got my start, and Stephanie got her start volunteering as announcers. Before that, Russ, where did you start? We got Russ Perry here, who started in '72.
You can ask me to remember what happened then?
No, just what hall you were in. I know you were a student, so you don't remember much from those days, but.
I even lived in that dorm.
Humphreys, there we go, Humphreys Hall. I was born, but anyway, we
Is that when it started
do
in the
bounce
70s,
around.
TJU? At Humphrey. Oh, wow, fantastic.
So we last about 20 years at each location, but what doesn't change are the great volunteers that bring you the great programming here. And all 4 departments, while this is jazz's turn to shine, all 4 department volunteers, we've got jazz, rock, classical, folk, all coming together and hosting programs, because it's all about supporting the station that supports us all year long. Doesn't matter the program I turn on, I always learn something, and that's why I love WTJU. There's so much, and the volunteers have so much to share because it comes from their own libraries. And so I learn no matter what program I tune into. This week it's jazz's turn, and already just today there have been some great programs, and right now we've got Stephanie Nakasian up here with Karl Kimmel and Jeff Massanari, and they're performing for us. And don't forget about that great challenge from our friends at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia. Raise $600. Exactly. By 9 o'clock, we're going to get that extra $200, so call 434-924-3959 and go online to WTJU.net. All right. So breathing room. Let's talk about that book.
Oh, okay. I was going to tell a story about how I was doing a fundraiser.
Okay.
And I was a Louis Armstrong fundraiser, and 2 gentlemen called that were doctors at the ENT hospital at UVA, and they said Louis Armstrong had been here on campus, the way Victor Wooten was last night. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Louis Armstrong was he was touring, and they went up to him and said, "Mr. Armstrong, we are throat doctors, and we'd be so honored if you'd let us look at your throat." And he said, "Sure, pups." So he went over to the hospital, and they went in there and they looked at it, and I said, "Oh, well, Mr. Armstrong, we would be happy to fix that." He said, "We saw so much mess. We saw And he said, "We'd be happy. We do it for free. We'll fix it." He said, "Don't mess with the chops, pops. Don't mess with the chops." Then we're going to fix him.
A great reason why I love WTJU is you hear stories like that. So if you appreciate stories like that, and no one's going to mess with Pops, 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net.
Oh, breathing room. Well, all I have to say about breathing room, I've been teaching a long time, only because things were happening to me that I wanted to share. So I just shared what I knew. I didn't go to music school or anything like that, but I wanted to share what was happening with me, to survival techniques, etc. So so many people think they can't sing. Like, so if I go sing okay, you already did it. So one of my books says you already know how to sing. The other one is about jazz rhythm. And then students would come and they'd say, and these were like, of course, at UVA, they're brainiacs. They're like, electrical engineers and pre-med and pre-law. And they would say, after they spent a lot of money for my lessons, they said, "I want you to know I'm a really bad singer. I'm so bad my family won't let me sing Happy Birthday." And they would say something like that on day 1. So I said, "Oh, sorry, I don't believe it." And by the end of the semester, they were singing. It was much more about confidence and giving a little cheerleading and some ear training sometimes, but mostly it's just letting go and relaxing and allowing them, or giving them permission to use their voice, which has been an amazing, a journey of mine. I never thought that that's what I would be doing, because it's not technical, it's much more emotional. So that's what the book is about. And there's wonderful stories of transformation. That actually, once somebody starts singing, all kinds of things happen in their life.
Well,
Anyway.
Stephanie's brought in 2 books, and we can offer each of them for just $100 premium. So you call in $100 donation, and I can get you one of these books. And we've got 2 of those available. And in fact, for folks out here in the audience, I'm going to pass the jar around. Maybe you want to donate online, but if you'd like to make a donation, you can do that right now. And I'm going to start passing it as soon as the music starts. So give us a call, 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net, and help us get to that magic number of 600 so we get the extra 200 from Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia as we hear more music now.
Thank you. They can certainly do that. I know the audience is so supportive. So we're going to play now a standard called Someday My Prince Will Come. The band is going to play it. And then we're going to do a lyric that John Dirth wrote about, maybe I want to be careful how I introduce it. You know, she kissed a frog and he became a prince. So we're going to do what happens when she reconsiders and says, you know what? I think I missed the frog. So here's the first part of it. Lyric by John Dirth. 1, 2, 3, 1, my frog tonight, green skin and tongue, so quick and bright, and his hands and his feet were webbed. When he wanted my kiss, he begged. Well, now he's a prince again, full of himself again. He's so boring and lame. Whatever became of that sweet froggy of mine? Well, now he's a prince again, full of himself again. He would hop to it when I asked. Now he's buried in a flask. I miss that sweet froggy of mine, that green, attentive, loving froggy of mine. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Lyric by John Dirth. Thank you so much.
I knew Brubeck and Desmond were missing something on their great rendition of that, and it was the lyrics that we just heard.
I know. I wanted to tell you about this gentleman on the guitar, with the guitar. Jeff Massanari was top call guitarist in San Francisco for many, many years, and he and his wife decided, we'd like to break out of the big city and come to the country, and they bought a beautiful farm in near Goshen, right? And now he's here with us in Charlottesville, and we're so happy. This is Jeff Massanari at the guitar. And this gentleman at the bass, Karl Kimmel, brought up in the Bronx and then spent 38 years directing bands at the Homestead Resort. And he brought up full family and all that kind of thing. And yeah, four kids and everything, working 7 nights a week on a steady gig. 38 years on a steady gig. That's pretty much unheard of in any world. And you had a nightclub, and you had singers, and you had the dining room, and all kinds of things. And now we're together, and we went to Savannah, and we're here, and we're so happy that Karl is with us. Karl Kimmel at the bass.
Yes, indeed. Great trio here. And hey, we've had some lovely pledges. You mentioned Blair Jones earlier. She made a lovely pledge.
Well, thank you, Blair.
To kick things off. We also have heard from Duffy out there.
Thank you,
and Joyce, David and Barbara.
Oh, I know Joyce.
So we are, and then we've had some nice donations right here in the studio
'em
audience
coming.
too.
Yay.
So we are
Yay,
halfway
yay.
to our goal. By the end of this hour, we just
Excellent.
raise another $300. We get another $200 from our friends at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia. So let's turn $300 into $500. How do we do that?
Easy.
By each person doing his, her, or their part by calling 434-924-3959 or going online to WTJU.net. I mentioned those great breathing room books that we've got from Stephanie. We've also got a T-shirt over there from Veronica Swift.
Gave a trans-genre T-shirt. So she's doing Queen meets Beethoven meets, I can't even keep up. Janis Joplin meets Duke Ellington, and her shows all over the world. And Karl and I went to Europe, and we went to 6 of the 10 countries she went to. We couldn't keep up with her totally, but it's very exciting to watch what she's doing. So she donated one of her T-shirts. So thank you, Veronica, for transgenre.
$100 gets you that T-shirt. So give us a call, folks, 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net, and show your love for WTJU and, of course, your love for Stephanie, Jeff, and Karl coming in and performing for us on this first night of the Jazz Marathon.
Thank you. Thank you. We took this next song and in a Veronica type of way, but I did it before she knew it. We took this standard and we made it a little funky, so Karl has his electric bass. So we're going to do Lover Man, kind of funky. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so bad. I long to try something I've never had. Never had no kissing. Ooh, what I've been missing. Oh, lover man, where can you be? Oh, oh, oh. The night is cold and I'm so alone. I long to see someone I can call my own. I've got a moon above me. Oh, no man to love me. Love a man, where can you be? I heard it said that the thrill of romance can be like a heavenly dream. Strange as it seems, someday we'll meet and you'll dry all my tears and whisper sweet little things in my ears. We'll be hugging and a kissing, baby, what I've been missing. Lover man, where can you be? It can be like a heavenly dream. Oh, but I go to bed with a prayer that you'll make love to me. Strange as it seems, someday we'll meet. You'll dry my tears and you'll whisper sweet little things can you be? Oh, 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 lover man, where can you be? Oh, 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 lover man, where can you be? Where can you be? Where can you be? Where can you be? Oh, where can you be? Well, lover man, where can you be? Thank you. Trombone, that means thank you very much.
Well, I can tell you where you can be, but I know I can tell you where you are, and that's listening to the wonderful Stephanie Nakasian right here on this first night of the Jazz Marathon. Hey, big thanks to Sandra out there in Palmyra for making a nice donation in Stephanie's honor. And, folks, we are less than halfway to the end of this program, and we've got less than $300 to raise to get that extra $200 from Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia. I've talked about the Breathing Room book and Veronica's T-shirt, but you've also brought in your Lullabies album.
Oh, I brought one CD, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing in a plastic case that, it's called a CD, actually.
Yeah. But Stephanie has brought in these, and for a $200 donation, I can give you the T-shirt, the book, and the CD.
Cool.
So a $200 donation, you get all three of those, and that gets us so close to that extra $200 from Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia. And as I said, that covers 2 extra hours of programming here at the station, because while all the volunteers are doing this out of love and the musicians are coming in to do this as volunteers, it does cost money to keep us on the air. While we get some support from the University of Virginia, and for that we're grateful, and from some federal grants and such, by far the largest amount of our funding comes from our listeners. And as I like to say, without you, there is no WTJU. So now's the time to show that support at 434-924-3959, or go online to WTJU.net. You do your part, we'll keep doing ours. Stephanie, Karl, and Jeff are doing their parts, and Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia wants to do its part by donating that additional $200. So you do your part, and we're just going to sit back now and enjoy more from Stephanie Nakasian, Karl Kimmel, and Jeff Massanari.
Thank you so much. This is a song that was written by, the lyric was written by Johnny Mercer. I just did a big Johnny Mercer show with PowerPoint and all this kind of thing. And after Mercer died, his widow had all these lyrics that Johnny just couldn't stop writing lyrics. And Johnny Mercer went to school at Woodbury Forest School. Woodbury Forest School. It was amazing. And he's from Savannah. And so she showed this lyric to a young songwriter named Barry Manilow, who recorded it, and he wrote the music for it. It's very beautiful. It's called When October Goes. And when October goes, the snow begins to fly above the snowy roofs. I watch the planes go by, the children running home beneath a starlit sky. Oh, for the fun of them, when I was one of them. And when October goes, the same old dream appears, and I am in your arms. We share the happy years. I turn my head away to hide my selfish tears. And when October goes, the same old dream appears, and I am in your arms. We share the happy years. I turn my head away to hide my helpless tears. Oh, how I hate to see October go. Nice song. Thank you, thank you. Donate, donate, donate. Thank you.
When October goes, and we're just a day away from October, folks, so get those pledges in before October rolls around. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. We do get funding from local businesses, including Daedalus Books, located in the heart of downtown Charlottesville on 4th Street Northeast and Market Street, with an inventory of 120,000 titles and open every day. Daedalus has been at the same location for 49 years. For more information, 434-293-7595. And we've got, just about 15 minutes left in this hour, and we're getting so close to getting that extra $200 from our friends at Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia, but we still haven't heard from you. Yep, that's right. Put down that third martini and get that call in. 434-924.
Donate now. Donate. I just made that up. That's a good song. Maybe I should write
I
something
can't
up.
sing, otherwise I'd sing along with you. Maybe I need to pick up that book, Breathing Room. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. Let's get back to the wonderful sounds of Stephanie
We're
Nakasian.
going to feature the guys singing now. Thank you, Peter. So Jeff
Yes.
and then Karl. So
Yes.
enjoy.
Fantastic.
Take it away.
All right. Scotch and soda, mud in your eye. Baby, do I feel high? Me, oh my, oh my. Do I feel high? Dry martini, jigger of gin. Ooh, what a spell you've got me in, oh my. Do I feel high? People don't believe me. They think that I'm just bragging, that I could feel the way that I do and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your light, me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite could fly? Give me lovin', baby, I'm high.
Those fingers in my hair, that slide, come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it. The need is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although proceed to what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I'd never switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. There's no nicer witch than you. One more.
So kind.
No, there's no nicer witch than you.
Karl Kimmel on Witchcraft, Jeff Massanari, and Scotch and Soda. We got so much talent on the stage. What can I tell you? Thank you, everybody.
11 minutes left, folks, before we get back to the next set of tunes from Stephanie, Karl, and Jeff. Just want to let you know WTJU is supported by Teague Funeral Home, located on Ivy Road. Teague Funeral Home's experienced team is available to assist families through the entire decision-making process. A celebration of life should be as unique as the person it honors. Learn more at TeagueFuneralHome.com. And again, we are running out of time, and gosh, we're just over $100 away from getting that extra $200. So we just need a couple more folks to call in those pledges. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net. And if we hit that $600 mark by the end of this hour, our friends at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company of Central Virginia kick in that extra $200. Fantastic. And they're doing that every night this week because they love WTJU. So let them do their part as Stephanie, Karl, and Jeff are doing their part, and those who have already called in have done their part. So now it's your turn. 434-924-3959, online, WTJU.net.
The music doesn't happen without the audience. That's for sure. We need you. We need you to be part of our community. So we recognize that so badly during COVID when we were singing to cameras, and it's like the music was so hard to make the music without looking at faces and feeling the energy of people. So we feel your energy out there. Thank you so much for supporting WTJU. It's just been a blessing to be in this community and be just be part of this. It's a free-spirited radio station. Everybody loves the free energy that's here. So we're going to do something wild. We're going to do a song that originally had a point of view. You're doing that. You're not going. You're staying. You're not doing this. And the other person never got a say in it. So I think, we're in a democracy, right? Yeah. So I wrote the other part for the other person to have a descant. It's only fair. So here is Karl and my version of Undecided. Hope you like it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You say you do, and then you don't, and then you say you will, and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Well, first you say you'll stay, and then it's no, and then you'll say you'll play, that's when you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? You've been sitting on the fence, and it doesn't make much sense, 'cause you keep me in suspense, and you know it. Well, you promise to return, when you don't, I really burn. I guess I'll never learn, and I show it. If you got a heart, and if you're kind, don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Karl Kimmel?
You wanna know for sure, but I don't know. We've gotta love this pure, so let it grow. We're undecided now, but time will show us how.
Yeah.
You seem so sure that I'm the one, but I am not, so let's have fun. I'm undecided now, but time will show us how. Your stance on the fence, here's a defense.
Fine.
Go with how you feel, just live and let love and love and let live. Don't you be afraid, just let it be. Let your feelings show, just look at me. I'm undecided now, but time will show us how.
Well, first you say you do, and then you don't. And then you say you will, and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Oh,
You seem so sure that I'm the one, but I am not, so let's have fun. I'm undecided now, but time will show us how.
You've been sitting
Your
on the fence, and it
stance on
doesn't make much sense,
defense
'cause you keep me in
is
suspense,
a
and you know
defense.
it. Well, you
Go
don't really
with how you feel,
Oh,
just
listen
live
and
and love and
and
love and
show
let
it.
it.
Oh,
Don't you
you
be
got a
afraid,
heart,
just
and
let
if
it be.
you're kind,
Don't
don't
you
give us
feel
the
show,
word, make
just
up
look
your
at me.
mind.
I'm undecided now, but
What
time
are you
will show
gonna
us
do?
how. You're undecided now.
Karl Kimmel. Thank you. Democracy lives.
Oh,
Thank you.
6 minutes left in this hour, and I just want to thank Frank and Natalie out there, Caroline and Jahan, and Reggie, who loved that tribute that Stephanie did earlier.
Oh, thank you, Reggie.
And let you folks know, of course, I was listening to you scat there, and I was reminded of Veronica. She was on the Harry Connick Jr. show many years back.
you see that?
When he
That
had
was
that,
so
yeah.
funny.
And they had to guess who was the scat singer on it. And, of course, it was
It's on YouTube.
Veronica.
You can see it.
Yeah, you
It's
can catch
so
that.
Funny.
So what a wonderful thing. But listening to scat's always a wonderful thing for me. So, folks, 5 minutes to go. We're less than $100
Donate,
away from getting that
donate,
extra
donate.
$200.
We're
we
not
can
asking
do
for
it.
blood, just a little money.
Just a little money. 434-924-3959. Online, WTJU.net. Here's the thing. Keep me off the air so we can just close out this hour with great live music from Stephanie, Karl, and Jeff.
And thank you to everybody that supports WTJU. I know John Dirth this year. If you want to play on this, I know I shouldn't put you on the spot. But anyway, we love John Dirth, and we're so happy that he's been part of the UVA community and the Charlottesville community. No matter where I played in little joints all over town, he shows up. I mean, he only works like 25 hours a day, and always supports the students and gives them so much love and support. So we're so grateful for all the years that he has given to everyone, and we thank him.
And just want to point out, tomorrow night we have got Dara Garati and Quiet Fire coming in. Wednesday, Mike Rosinski Trio featuring Jeff Decker. Thursday, the Robert Jospe Trio. And then we keep talking about John Dirth. Well, he's going to come in and close things out. But we started it with Stephanie, and that's how we're going to close things, folks. Thank you so much to you three for coming in and supporting.
I missed being on the radio. It was a long time I did it, and just so much love from the community. It was interesting. I always thought that people were listening in the morning were like jazz lovers who would come to my shows and buy my CDs. They were always like, there were UPS I mean, there were people who were working, that just loved to turn on the radio and listen to great music, and it was wonderful. And we shared great stories. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here in the audience. Thank you for being here on the radio out there and in the internet world. And we'll be playing around. Check our website out. We get around a little bit in Charlottesville and around Virginia, and then the rest of the time you have to run to wherever we go, Europe and whatever.
And that's StephanieNakasian.com to see where they're playing out.
That's it.
And how are you going to close things out as folks call?
Oh, I'm going to be Ray
434?
Charles. I hope you don't mind.
Absolutely. And as you're being Ray Charles, folks, you can remember, be mathematicians by calling 434-924-3959 or going to WTJU.net and make that donation.
WTJU.net. All right. 1, 2, ba-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you about a boy I know. He is my baby and he lives next door. Every morning before the sun comes up, he brings me coffee in my favorite cup. Oh, I know, yes I know. Hallelujah, I love him so. When I'm in trouble and I have no friends, I know he'll go with me until the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them and said he told me so. I know, yes I know. Hallelujah, I love him so, yeah. Now if I call him on the telephone, tell him, baby, I am so all alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear him, oh, at my door, mama. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, he kisses me, he holds me tight. He tells me, baby, everything's alright. I know, yes I know. Hallelujah, I love him so. Yeah! Call him on the telephone, tell him, baby, I am so alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear him come in at my door, mama. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, he kisses me and he holds me tight. He tells me, baby, everything's alright. That's why I know, yes I know. Hallelujah, I love him so. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I love him so. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, say hallelujah, hallelujah for WTJU, I love him so. Whoa, 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 whoa. So thank you, Jeff Massanari, Karl Kimmel. Thank you, everybody.